Yo, what's up? I'm Ace, and dude, holy shit, I'm hyped as hell. Reason being that Blue Exorcist is back and it's peak. It has been running for a bit now, and I just finished episode 7 and thought might as well cover it up to this point. I've got a lot to say about it, so I'll get to that right now, but just in case, I will be spoiling the season up to episode 7. So if you're not entirely caught up with it or haven't gotten around to starting the series, I really do recommend you watch it. It's one of my favorite anime ever, so I'd love to see it get more attention. Also, don't worry if you're anime only. I'm not going to be talking about anything manga related in this video, so you should be able to watch this video and enjoy the season for yourself as well. Oh, and consider subscribing to the channel. I am trying to grow, so it would be appreciated. And yeah, as a fan of the series, I've already read through what's happening right now, but even then, it has been a while since I've read through it, so it has been kind of sick seeing everything unfold all over again. I do have a lot of positive things to say, but just so I'm not perma-glazing the series, I'm gonna start off with something I have mixed feelings about, and that would be the overall look of the anime. Obviously, being 7 episodes deep, I am pretty much used to how it looks, and I don't really mind it as much. I'd even go as far to say that, to some extent, I do think the show looks better than it did before, in the sense that it is more modernized. But looking back and comparing it to the anime I fell in love with, like, maybe it's nostalgia and I could be bugging out. I do encourage you to let me know if I am, because I am curious on what the stance is behind this, but I do kind of prefer the older look it had. With a lot of the characters, I can get behind how they look. For example, Yukio, he looks fine to me, as do like Izumu, Mephisto, and Shura. But with some other things and characters, I do feel like the studio kind of shit the bed. You can kind of see what I'm talking about through the bald shitter, the ugly ass ghouls, and unfortunately Rin as well. Starting off with the bald shitter, he kinda just looks extra clapped here. Alright, do me a favor real quick and just look at him. Dude's actually shiny as shit, and he kinda looks off to me. Same with the ghouls in episode 7, like, they're ugly as shit, yeah, but they also kinda look weird or just off to me. I hate to be a meat muncher, but I do think they would have looked creepy as fuck or just way cooler if this was made back when the show first started airing. This is kind of a different thing though, since it is because of the CGI that it looks this way. I'm not one to comment on the use of CGI, and I usually wouldn't have a problem with it being an anime, but like, bro, it looks kinda ass. I'm playing a clip of what I'm talking about right now, and dude, you can't say that looks good. Rushing past that though, my main issue is with Rin. Maybe I'm a nostalgia merchant, but look at Rin compared to like what he looks like now. Dude looked way cooler in the previous design. He just used to have this edge to him, and they would juxtapose what his personality really is pretty well. Like his shitter expressions along with how he acts, and shit overall just works better with the older design. Obviously, both designs are based off the original one in the manga, so the new one does still have shades of what I like in it still. Like, dude, I don't know, it's not really the same to me. I'm comparing them side by side right now, and look, his hair is shorter, his tail isn't as jagged, like he doesn't have that messy look to him. I know I'm nitpicking hella, but Rin is one of my goats, so these kind of things do matter to me. Don't get me wrong though, I can get behind the new look. It's not like mega ass that I would stop watching the show over it, especially if it'll get us more Blue Exorcists. I can definitely live with this, but it does kind of suck to feel like we took a step back in some aspects instead of all of the anime being improved on, especially after waiting so long for another season. Putting the design and overall look of the show aside, I did really enjoy these first 7 episodes. I enjoyed the wholesomeness and the easygoing nature of the school festival. Like the chill moments we got with everyone before shit hit the fan was dope to see. I also really did like the fake out on who the spy was. Going into this part of the story, I knew that Shima was a spy, but seeing it actually happen was cool. Like it actually had me thinking that maybe I had forgotten the story or was misremembering something, since the reveal does kind of come out of nowhere. And overall, I did like how it was handled, especially since we got to see everyone's reaction to it, and it was pretty realistic and grounded. Like they were all shocked about it, yeah, but they did all sort of stay locked in and in the moment. There wasn't like anything over the top or anything crazy till like after. Another aspect I really like seeing from the anime so far was that the dark tones and the vibe the show previously had still carry over into this new season. It seems obvious that it would, right, since it's in the source material, but I was a tad skeptical going into it because of the new softer look. Regardless of that though, it does still come through. Like you could feel the heaviness from Izumu's backstory and you could feel creeped out by the fuck ass pedo scientist guy. Like dude, the scene with Shima killing Izumo's familiars was something. She's all distraught over essentially losing her family, and Shima was just there, unbothered. It was just pretty cool to see these moments come through. I actually made a video covering this anime a while ago, maybe like a year or two ago-ish, and I was essentially saying the same thing kinda. Just basically that I love the vibe and the approach the anime takes, and I still do. I'm pretty sure I compared it to Bleach in that video. They're actually pretty similar and I'm all for it, so if you're still unsure of whether you want to watch Blue Exorcist, if you like Bleach or like stuff in that vein, you're gonna end up liking this anime too. Overall though, I am just kinda happy of how it's turned out up to this point. They're actually adapting it pretty faithfully, so that's pretty sick. Moving past that though, I want to talk a bit about the voice actors. I'm pretty sure most, if not all, the voice actors reprise their roles, which is actually pretty cool since I really do like how they portray the characters. I've seen the series both sub and dub, and to me both iterations were solid as hell. If you're looking for a recommendation on how to watch the series, I do always advocate for both, but if I had to pick, for this particular series, I would recommend it subbed. The performances are actually just too great to not watch it that way. And as I'm recording right now, there is actually no English dub for season 3 of the anime, or I actually would have watched it and talked about it a bit. I checked and it's dead ass just Dutch and French for whatever reason. It'll probably come out later on, maybe. I thought it was supposed to be like 3 episodes behind or 4 or something like that, so maybe we won't get one for season 3, or maybe Crunchyroll is just bugging out and just don't have it dubbed yet or something. I don't know. It might actually be on another streaming service or something, so I'll have to look into it for when I cover the season as a whole. But to me at least, it's not really a deal breaker, and I do still heavily recommend the show. That is all I kind of wanted to hit on for Blue Exorcist up to this point. I'm kind of trying something new out where I'll do like a first impressions before a full season review. So far though, I would say I am pretty happy with Blue Exorcist season 3. I am a fan of the series though, so I would have probably enjoyed it regardless, unless it like massively shit the bed and it was like Flipnote studio animation or they fucked over the story for whatever reason. They didn't though, and it's gas, so go watch Blue Exorcist. There's currently 3 seasons right now and they're all goated. Also real quick, holy shit, my previous video was actually like at 920 views or some shit. It's almost at 1k, so consider checking it out. If you're into what I do and anime in general, you should enjoy it. I was actually not expecting that kind of traction like at all, especially after my shit ass upload lapses. So if you're a returning viewer, thanks. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, for sure consider subscribing, liking the video, commenting if you'd like, and passing the video and channel around. I'm trying to grow, so I'd really appreciate it. Look out for my next video. I'm not too sure on what it'll be yet, but it'll come out soonish, and maybe I'll drop some shorts in the meantime too. Not too sure on that yet, but that's about it for now though, so yeah, later.